There's really something about a British summer that I don't think other places have quite the same. This is the top 5 things I love about a British summer, in no particular order. The first one is actually summer fruits and foraging, which there's something really cool about the seasonality of the fruits, how the summer starts with strawberries. And by the way, it's August 1st today, so it does feel like the summer is starting to fly by. I mean, I had the perfect cherries the other day. Foraging for blackberries is one of those awesome activities because it's just so accessible. They are actually everywhere. Someone I know is planning to make hedgerow gin, so we've also been scoping out where the damsons, the sloes, and the hawthorn is growing. The second one is that perfect, glorious day. You know, the kind where it's not too hot, but it's also not pouring with rain. And we've had a few of those this summer already. I love those days where you can go out and not have to worry about bringing rain gear with you, and it's just a really great temperature. You know you're not going to scorch. There's something really magical about evenings when you're sitting outside and you're in bare arms and you're just not cold. The trade-off, of course, it is harder to sleep. There's no doubt about it. So yeah, it's always a good idea to get some good blackout curtains. On the other hand, though, I woke up at 5 a.m. the other day and I saw that it was about to rain. So I was actually able to run outside and get my laundry, bring it in, and go straight back to sleep because I didn't have to turn on any lights. The third one is seeing all these gardens in full bloom. I think spring flowers are really special, but there's something about full bloom summer flowers. They're just, yeah, you got all of the colors. You got all of the lovely smells going on. I guess if the roses are still out, but also lavender smells amazing and you have the bees buzzing around. I also don't mean the overly manicured National Trust style gardens, but things like window boxes are really cool. Pubs have flowers out. I also specifically wanted to mention the open gardens weekends because these are running usually throughout the summer in various places all over. findagarden.ngs.org.uk, which is the National Garden Scheme that covers England and Wales. If you go to scotlandsgardens.org, there is also a really good directory. So the open gardens that I've gone to have been where it's usually one day or sometimes 2 days, on a weekend. A ticket for the whole day costs £5 or £10, depending on how much they're charging. And you get a map and get to wander into all of these fabulous gardens, and they're usually privately owned, and so you wouldn't normally get to see them. There's probably also vendors selling like tea and cakes and things like that, and the money is all supporting the village hall, the local church, or maybe some other festival in town, and it's just really nice. I also know that going to garden centers is a uniquely British activity. I might make a separate video about that because those are fun too. What's your favorite part of summer where you live? Do you have specific memories about this time of year? I'd love to hear it in the comments, especially if it involves ice cream or some unusual village tradition. The fourth one is all of the village fêtes and the annual summer festivals. I personally don't like going to the large ones, but going to smaller village ones are awesome. Some friends of mine live in a village where there's an annual summer charity ball, and I've gone once. It was really fun. I'd love to go again. I just keep missing it, so maybe next year. The other summer events I think are really fun and worth checking out are things like Shakespeare in the Park. I've done that several times. Also food festivals. One thing I've observed in myself after all this moving around, because I've been traveling around full time for 2 years and I've been house sitting much of that time, is that I really miss a sense of community. So when you see these towns and these villages that have these events, it's really nice to see that. So yes, I'm actually really fortunate. I do spend a lot of time in a village in the south of England because I have friends there, and I sometimes come back in between my house sits. So I feel like I understand the rhythm of village life also now. Most people are also really friendly to people who are passing through, because I think that's important as well, not just a closed off group of people. The fifth one is summer treats, things that you wouldn't normally get year round. Well, for me, probably anyway. I'm thinking things like ice creams and iced coffee, where it's like the perfect mix of milk and coffee and ice. It's like so good. I also love a pint at a riverside pub, especially if it's part of a walk. And yeah, I'm gonna go back to those M&S cherries. Those are like amazing. And things like picnics. I mean the kind where I don't see the point of like bringing everything from home, packaging it all up, carting it all, then you have to take it all back again. That's a lot of work. And I really like the kind where you just grab some food from a local shop or supermarket and just take it and eat it, enjoy it outside, and maybe surrounded by gardens. So the British summer is pretty brief overall, let's be real, but it's really glorious. My favorite time of year for sure. So this year I'm just going to be gathering as many little joyful moments as I can. I have the whole month of August in one spot. Very excited about that. So I'm going to try to check out some local festivals where I'm going to be. Let me know what your favorite summer details are. Let me know in the comments.